with my ugly mug in it? Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can see that, yeah.
So let's start at the slide. Alright. So who the hell am I? My name's Adam Jacobs. Most of you probably know me by AJ. Small biz marketing consultant. One tip I can give you guys when you're out and about talking to business owners, do not say you're an offline marketing consultant, because that means absolutely nothing to them. You need to start calling yourselves what you are, small business marketing consultants. Over 75 clients that pay me every single month. The main method I'm going to teach you here is how I built my business. Currently, I'm no longer taking clients. I'm doing some more of this programming and coming out with software and stuff to streamline my business. But right now, I have a waiting list of over 150 clients that are referrals that want to do business with me, but I'm not set up properly to give them the service I would need to. So once you guys get this going on this method I'm going to show you here, who is that?
Sounds like we either got a little, yeah, not sure.
Yes, I'm going to mute myself there, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that took care of it. Like I said, backlog companies are one to pay me. And big thing about me, I kind of got pulled into this product creation thing. I've been running an offline business, a successful consulting business for a while. Bought a product of Lee's, hit him up on Skype, me and him started talking. And I was telling him some of the methods I was using. He's like, hey, you need to put these together in products and sell this type of stuff. He was out there selling products and had some people following him for the offline niche or whatnot. So basically the only way I got into creating products, the reason anybody even knows me is I told him I'd create products on what's working in my business. I'll hand off to him, and he's got to go through all the process of selling this stuff. I never intended to get in here and start selling this. That's why you don't see me posting forums and doing all this other stuff, because I am not a product creation person. I leave most of that to Lee. I put enough together and let him go with it. So there's a lot of people out there who make their money just by creating products and selling them. Like if the WSO forum stopped, or if for some reason something shut down like that, everybody's email list got nuked, these people will go from making $10,000 a month to $0 a month. There's a lot of people out there like that. So when I talk about stuff, it's because I do it in my business. It's what's working for me. It's what I use to get clients. Real quick picture of me and Chris Winters. For you that don't know this man, he was out in Vegas with us, and this guy's life story is absolutely phenomenal, and he's an awesome marketer. Me and Robert Stukes, I think he's about 5'3" tall, and me and Tinian Williams. All right, what can you guys expect from this webinar? A lot of people have been on probably plenty of webinars. It seems like there's 5 of them a night for everybody, and most of them are pretty boring. I'm going to lay out a strategy that you can put into play tomorrow. Now, today's Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd say you can have this all ready to go, hit the ground running on Monday. I'm going to walk you through it. It's only 3 steps. If you've bought any of my products or know anything about me or what me and Leah put out in the last year, I simplify everything down to its base elements. I do not put out a bunch of stuff and then go back and repad it and make it harder than it seems for the sake of beefing up a product. Everything I put out, it's very simple. You don't need to complicate this stuff, and that's the reason most people fail with getting clients and doing all this online marketing stuff, is because the people they're learning from or the stuff they're buying, it's overly complicated when it doesn't need to be overly complicated. Now, there is some stuff out there that is complicated and you can't simplify it, but a lot of this stuff, it just needs to be simplified down, and that's what I'm very good at. Like I said before, this is a training. This right here is the overview and basically the nuts and bolts of what I was going to put together for a product. I've got a bunch of methods that work, and I had a plan of putting it all together in a product and selling it for $200, $300, $400, $500. Would have been worth every penny. The problem with that is putting together a product like that you're going to charge high dollar for, it is a time-consuming nightmare. Just putting it together, getting the fonts ready, getting everything all zipped up, putting it up on a website, it's horrible. I don't need the headache, so I never put it together. And that's what we're going to be going over here. So just because you're getting this information for free, I don't want you to overlook this and say, oh, this is just something he's talking about, let's go on to the next thing. You guys pay attention here. Take this weekend, take 3 or 4 hours this weekend, do what I tell you. On Monday morning, do what I tell you. You'll be hitting the ground running, and you'll have a client next week. I can almost guarantee it. I am lazy at creating products. On everything else, I work way too much. Then at the end of this, with what we're going to talk about, and it'll become clear here in a little bit, there wasn't any systems in place to do what I needed it to do. And so I had something created. Nobody's seen it yet, except a few people we shared it with. At the end here, I'm going to have Lee show it to you. If it knocks your socks off like it has everybody we showed it to, you can pick up a copy. It's never been sold before this webinar except to our list. So if you stick to the end, you'll have an option to get that. And if not, stick around, and we got some cool free stuff to show you. So, sound fair? Can we get a yes or no in the comment in the questions box? I like people to be engaged. Keep them coming. I know there's more of you people out there. Come on.
Lots
All
of
right,
yeses.
let's go. Yeah,
Patty
come
says
on,
let's
come on,
go.
bring it. Ready to go. All right. So we're going to hop into it. I do have slides prepared, but I'm going to be going back and forth. I'm not a very organized person when it comes to slides. If I do a webinar just based off slides, stuff will get mixed, and I feel like a robot. And if I'm on a webinar, and I feel like if I'm presenting a webinar that if I was on it, I feel like I'd fall asleep on it, I just won't do it. So this isn't going to be a boring webinar. I'm going to hop around. I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff at you guys, and you need to be ready to take notes. You need if you don't have an ink pen and paper, have Notepad open. If you got two screens, put Notepad on the other one, and start taking notes. I'm going to be hitting you guys with some stuff really quickly. Why do most systems not work? Most stuff I see out there for sale, and I'm going to paint with broad strokes here on this webinar. This is not an all-inclusive anything for indicate anybody or anything. This is just the general state of our industry because there's so much money to be made by launching products. Most people sell systems. They're not selling systems. They're selling one-off techniques. A lot of the times they're selling stuff that they've never done but they think will work. But there's some people out there that do stuff enough to get one result from it, and then they turn around and sell it as a system. It's not a system. It's something they did once and it works. For it to be a system, in my mind, it has to be repeatable. That means over an extended period of time, 2, 4, 6 months, if you take the same actions, you should be able to expect the same results. It wasn't something lucky. It wasn't something that just happened once that can't be repeated. It needs to be scalable. Anything, there's a lot of stuff out there that talks about going door to door, knocking on doors, going Chamber of Commerce. That's a good way to get clients. You can get some clients that way. But anything that requires you stepping outside of your house or your physical hours to do to get clients is not something you can scale. You only have so many hours in the day. You only have so much of a location around you. I mean, you can go fly to Chicago and stay there for a month and get clients there and whatnot, but it's not very scalable if you're the main person in it. Not open to compromise. What this means is, and we're going to talk about this here coming up, with what I have to show you. Not open to compromise means there's a lot of stuff out there, and I've seen throughout the year, last 2 years when offline got hot, is there's a lot of people selling stuff that works right now. And I'm not saying it doesn't work right now, but any one of 200 things could happen. They don't control the site they're using to market to the companies on, and they could tweak anything on there and then would make the method not workable anymore. So for something to be a system, it needs to be for the foreseeable future, be able to replicate it. So it can't be anything that comes along and shifts that makes it non-usable. Does that make sense? Anybody? Is anybody still here? All right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, just make sure you guys still know where your keyboard's at. All right. So that's the difference between a lot of people who are selling stuff as systems as opposed to one-off methods. They got to pretty it up for a sales page and turn it into a system or call it a system for them to be able to sell it. So there's a difference between the two. Now we're getting into the meat here. What Bueller, nice Mike. Here's what I offer to get clients, and this is what this presentation is going to be based around, and I'm going to show you everything based around this, is mobile websites. And there's an exact reason for this. I started off using direct mail and selling SEO services. Got a bunch of clients that way. The problem with I see it now is SEO is a hard game to keep on top of. Google can come through and change stuff, and there's ways around all this stuff. And it is easy to be good at it. But I woke up one day 6-8 months ago and had like 6 voicemails from clients saying, hey, my site went down, yada, yada, yada. And I got them all back, but it's still a pain in the ass. So why do I lead in with mobile websites? Perfect foot in the door method. Okay, when it comes to getting an initial sale for an offline client, a lot of people think they need to go in with a $5,000 mega package. Yeah, here's everything I can do. I can do video, I can do Facebook, I can do Twitter, I can do SEO, I can do all this, and QR codes, and SMS, and they try to package everything up and be like, here, would you like all this stuff with no proven track record of me being able to do anything? Would you like to pay me $5,000 a month for it? No business owner is going to say yes to that. You're going to get laughed out, and you do it all year, you might get one person. Sure. It's not a good method. This mobile websites, it leads into mobile apps, SMS. A lot of stuff I do lead in with mobile websites. I go to mobile apps, SMS, text messaging, and once you've offered or delivered a result in a very short period of time, it's very easy to upsell to other stuff and monthly stuff. A lot of people out there who are trying to sell to offline clients, this is something they get wrong. They think they need to go with the knockout punch up front and get all the money off the table right then and there. As opposed to that, the way I do it is I offer something that's incredibly valuable that I can deliver very quickly, and I'll talk about that in the next little pop-up thing here, and actually shows them some quantifiable result. Results can be delivered and quantified very quickly by biz owner. What does this mean? This means you go into, or you don't have to go in. You can talk to a business owner. They can pull up their website on their mobile phone. They can look at it and see it's horrible. 3 days time, you create them a new website, you upload it to their MDOT and put the redirect codes on there. They can pull up their same website or just hit refresh on that page on their mobile browser. It'll automatically refresh to a very beautiful looking mobile website. That's what I'm saying. It can be delivered very quickly and it can be quantified. They can actually see a result. If you do video marketing and put it on SEO all over YouTube and try to get calls, it's going to take a while to do that. So while they're paying you, they're sitting there waiting for results and they know it's going to take a while. This can be done very, very quickly. Very high perceived value. The amount of money business owners spend on their traditional websites would, I mean, if you've heard some of the prices I've seen companies spend $25,000 on a flash site that looks like hell and is doing nothing for the company. So by being able to deliver a very slick mobile website in a very short period of time, what you're going to do is get the owner's trust. They're going to have a result from the money they spend out. Every time a business puts $1 out, they expect to get something back from it. This is something they can see right away and it makes sense to them. Why am I going backwards? All right. Yeah, I'm not very good at running this PowerPoint, whatever. All right, before we get going here, I want to talk some numbers just so you guys can see where this is headed and basically break it down into a very realistic. I've done numbers. I've worked with students before, so these numbers, they're lowballing what the system can do in this very easy 3-part system I have. But just put some numbers out there to get you guys excited. Most free systems out there, they're free for a reason. They take too long to make any real money. If you guys want to start going and actually get a business set up, there's a difference between messing around online and running an offline business or consulting business. When you run a consulting business, you're intertwining yourself with actual business owners who have put their blood, sweat, tears, and life savings into these businesses. So you can't treat it like creating an AdSense site. You need to put a little money up, and then we'll go over all that. What if I told you that you could take $50 and turn it into $7,200 up front and $600 per month in recurring income, and I could have you probably do that in 30 days? Who here believes that? You can call me a liar or whatever you want to.
Cy believes it.
Yes, sir. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
I'll buy it. You don't have to buy anything. I'll give it to you. That's what I'm getting ready to give to you. You know, I'm not charging you for this. Snake oil. Show me proof. That's the problem with proof. People put screenshots up of PayPal statements and checks, but I can have somebody go down the road, have a business owner write me a check to me. I can take a picture of it. I can hand it back to the business owner and say, oh, go ahead and tear it up, and it means jack shit. So people have screenshots of proof. Nothing's definitive online. So you got to look past screenshots of proof because everything can be faked. And that's why I don't ever show screenshots of any type of proof or me logging into anything because there's no upside to it. So be wary. All right. Making up or am I being honest? Let's do the math really quickly right here. Just to be conservative, and once I go through this, I'm going to show you how it's going to take a lot less than $50 to get your first client. So let's just say it took you $50 to get your first client. And since we're using a system, it's going to be repeatable, it's going to be scalable, and it's going to be not open to compromise. You get that client pays you $600 for a mobile website. $597 is a low price. and you tack on a recurring. It's easier to get somebody to say yes to a low price, but there's a value of diminishing returns where if you go too low, people won't believe what you're going to offer because you're selling it too low, and that's what a lot of people get hung up on this. There's a certain price point where if you go too low, they won't buy because they don't believe you. So $597 is a very realistic. So let's do $600 a month and $50 a month. So if I had this for $50, if I could get you this result, $650 a month for $50, you're in the profit. Take that $600, use the same exact method. Like I said, it's repeatable and it's scalable. Go out and get 12 more paying clients. That's $600 divided by $50 a piece, which is less than they're going to cost to get. You have 12 new clients. 12 times 600 is $7,200 up front. 12 times $50 is $600 per month. Does that sound like a plan? Is anybody paying attention? Who's asleep here? Let's go.
Kathy is paying attention.
Hold on.
Rick is paying attention. Farouk is paying attention.
Bill
BJ.
Joyce isn't paying attention. Doug, it says you're not paying attention on here. I like to call people out. So.
Pat is wide awake, though. Bruce is paying attention. Farouk
Right,
says
Nick
cash flow.
Wharton, come on, guys. I can see. You guys don't understand what we can see on this back end. Haha. How many pages? $600. No, they're not complaining about $50 a month. Does this math here make sense to you? If a lot of people, that's why they never build a business, because they try to focus on free methods till it's hurting them. You can go 6 months trying to work with free methods and you're not going to make any money, as opposed to putting a few dollars up front. And $50, if you don't have $50 to your name, then you need to be able to borrow $50 from somebody. It's almost unethical to go after companies and have them pay you if you don't have any money to do any marketing. So if you don't have $50 to get started, I suggest you guys don't get started. Help me on the recurring. We'll get to all that. All right, you guys ready? Let's get going. The 3-step process. I'm getting to how it all works. Tito. Find leads to contact. You got to figure out who the hell to contact, and we're going to go over that. Contact these leads. I'm going to show you exactly how to. Close the sale. If you're scared to talk on the phone, which a lot of people are, I'm going to show you a method you can use to alleviate that. People will be calling you, and we'll cover that. And that's it when it comes down to it. A lot of people, when they have products come out, they like to put a lot of fluffer and videos and PDFs and mind maps and everything, which is good to throw in there, and if you like it, and you can get value out of it. But most people look at that stuff, and it's just too overwhelming. So I'm going to keep this as simple as humanly possible. Take notes because we are going to move fast. This is not hard, but I don't have this wrapped up in a neat package to give to you. If I put this down, if I actually put this product together, it'd be for sale now. So instead of me doing that, I'm just going to go over it here, and it's going to be very quick, easy. Find leads. Not all leads are created equal. Opening Red Bull, nice, Dean. Not all leads are created equal. I've seen too much stuff out there where people talk about going after any client or prospecting to any client. This is the first time I've done this presentation, so I'm just going to pull some of these up because I don't know what's coming next. How do I go back? There we go. Not all leads are created equal. For me, qualifying leads means two things. They must already have a website. Why is that? Everything I do is online based, whether it's SMS, whether it's mobile, whether it's rep management, all this stuff's online based. If a company in 2013 does not have a website up, I will not work with them. Now, if a company comes to me and says, I want to work with you and I don't have a website up, I still won't work with them. The reason is starting a website from scratch from a company that's not local, and even if they are local, is a horrible experience. I don't know if any of you guys have done it, but it is. If you take somebody that's got a website, all their content online, and you redo their website, you can go click and pull all their content off, no problem. But if they don't have the content already created or in a medium or in a format that you could put online, you'll say you'll get the website done in 30 days. Day 27, they'll finally get you the rest of the content and be like, why is my website not done? It's a horrible experience. You can market to people who don't have websites, but I wish you nothing but the best. They must be spending money online already. This is another thing I see people get wrong. They want to go take businesses that are cold. By cold, I mean they're not spending any money online, and convince that company to pay them money every month. Now, what would be easier, getting somebody that's not paying money every month to pay more money, to come out of pocket for stuff they're not used to paying and giving it to you, Or say you take a company that's already paying $500, $1,000 a month, do something for them, show them a result, and say, hey, stop wasting $1,000 a month with that company. Come over here and spend it with me. Look, I've already shown you results. That's the difference. A lot of people try to go after dead money is what I call it, because they're trying to get a company to add another expense to their monthly books. I don't do that. I look for companies that are already wasting their money online and spending it, which means they know they need to be spending it. They just have no idea what they're doing. They just take $3,000, throw it at the wall, and they know they'll get this results. So my idea is I go in there, I show them some results, I start getting that $3,000 pulled my way to where they start dumping other people and start paying me. That's a lot better way to do it. Dead money. There's an aha early on into the. It's true. A lot of people talk about prospecting all over the place. Don't prospect unless somebody already is spending money. I'm going to go over all this right now. Yeah, so you got it. Where to find them? These are the main places I look. There are more places, but I'm going to go over these real quick. YP.com, which is Yellow Pages, Yellow Book, YouTube, Icuttodo.com. There's a ton more. I'm not going to waste you guys' time going over all of them. So this is where we exit out of that. And we pull this up. All right, here's yellowpages.com. We're going to use Chicago, Illinois for an example. We're just going to go auto repair. Auto repair is a good niche. Most of them don't have mobile websites. It's a great niche to have a mobile website. And plus, once you do it, reputation management is really easy to do with auto repair places. So when you look at the results here, it's just like Google. There's organic results and there's paid results. Featured businesses, featured auto repair and service in Chicago. Everybody on this side and everybody up here is paying money. I just saw a penny picture of that software on my desktop the other day, and I haven't logged into it for a while, so I don't exactly remember what it does, but what is YP.com pricing structure? I'll get into all these questions a little bit. I just want to cover this stuff before we get off track here. All these people here are paying money. Tom, Chicago Auto Repair, he's the number one person. I can't tell you exactly because I don't. Prices on Yellow Pages vary all over the board, and I haven't got a price fix on them, just for lack of a better term. But they're paying all this money, and look at this website. Do you think you could do a better website than this? It's horrible. But it is what it is. They're paying money, they got a website. This is my only qualification. They have a website, and they're spending money. That's it. If you try to get more complicated than this, you're going to spend way too much time looking for leads as opposed to contacting leads. Let's say you think this guy needs or wants to make money. Look at all the stuff that just popped up. This popped up, this popped up. It's almost, he's got too much stuff popping up. If I was on this website and all this stuff hit me, I'd go somewhere else. But he's got a decent website. And we're not trying to quantify too much here, and I'll show you how to use Mobilizer here in a minute, see if they have a mobile website. But this is all you have to do. And once you start reading these sites and look for the featured businesses, and I'm going to show you some other websites too so you can figure out how to do all this stuff, all you do is look at these people. In Chicago, there's all those auto repair. Let's go to the next page. Paid. All these people are paid. Another thing, let's just go on here. And I know people have showed you Yellow Pages before and stuff, and this isn't revolutionary. What you guys, I'm trying to get you guys focusing on something. Is only contact people that are paying. Just forget about these people. They don't exist. They don't exist. Yellow Book. Let's go for auto repair. Chicago, Illinois. And a lot of people think they need to cross-reference, and they'll go to Yellow Book or Yellow Pages to see if they're paying, Yellow Book see if they're paying, Icuttodo see if they're paying, and only if they're paying all three, they're going to contact them. Way too much work. All right, here we are on Yellow Pages. These right here are regional sponsors. There's not as many sponsors here as it is on the other one. Yellow Book's got a lot more as opposed to here, but you can still pull some paid ones off here. I think they just changed this up recently because there used to be a lot more. I actually have somebody who does all this stuff for me, so I haven't seen Yellow Book in a little while. I pay somebody to do all this stuff, and I'll talk into that here in a little bit. So here's where the Yellow Book really comes in, and I'll drop this link in here. It's the same thing for Yellow Pages. Let's go to the chat, all audience. I dropped a link in there for everybody. Does that show up? Do you guys see a link down there in the chat for YouTube?
No.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're seeing it now.
All right, it should just popped up. All right, here's yellowbook.com's YouTube page. So these people are not only paying Yellow Book, but they're paying them money for video services. So let's just go here. Chicago. These are all the companies that are paying Yellow Book for advertising or for marketing stuff. If you go through and just type in a decent sized city, there's a ton of these companies, and they're paying per month for these videos, and they really don't even own these videos. So if you get down here to over 3 months ago, the reason I do 3 months or more is because it gives them time to see, like they'll give the company a chance to make money, and then if I've paid this company X amount for this video, and in 3 months I've gotten 3 views, which is me looking at it, my cousin looking at it, and my brother looking at it, are the only 3 people who've seen it, and we kind of ticked off. So you look for people like 3 months and less. So let's go here and look at these companies. You can go over here and find them. All you do is click on that link. It'll take you here. Then you click here. There's no easy way to jump through here. So here you go. They got a website. They're paying for advertising. That's it. Heard that YP videos neighborhood 24 and in the business we get 9 to 15 clicks per month. I don't know exactly the price. Neil said I read that YBooks YB video is in the neighborhood of 2,400, and the business will get 9 to 15 clicks per month. Some companies, like if they get 9 to 15 customers per month, would be worth 2,400. But yeah, these people are paying good money and they don't get shit out of it. So you can do the same thing for Yellow Pages. They got the same thing here. Last one we'll go through is Icuttodo. This site is taking off. It's not the biggest person on the block right now, but I'm going to show you some prices people are paying. It's pretty crazy. All right. A lot of people, well, auto repair is probably not going to work because I'm not seeing what I need to see. Let's go dentist. Doo-doo. Atlanta, Georgia. Not seeing what I need to see. And they could have switched up very recently. Alright, here's the feature, and here's what I was looking to see. It weren't showing up for the other one for whatever reason. If you look on this front page, up here it shows featured, featured, featured. So these 3 companies are paying a lot of money to be up here. For most people, when they come to the site, they think just these 3 companies are paying a lot of money. What they don't understand is if you come down here, results 1 through 14, they've got this quick view thing here. If they have a quick view thing on kudzu.com, it's just kudzu.com. They have a quick view thing here. They're paying a lot of money. I'll go here and show you how much they're paying. Advertise. And I haven't checked on the number on what they're charging lately, but enhanced profile. To get that quick view thing, they need an advanced profile. Where is it at? Compare plans. Here we go. Okay, this page I guess got taken down. This used to be compare plans. I show you what you pay for each one. And the Kudzu one with the quick view thing right here was something like, do you remember what it was, Lee? Something like $800 to $1,500 a month or something crazy.
That was crazy. It was a lot more money than you would
This
think.
used to be
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it
800
used to
bucks
be
a
a pay
month.
share, and it's
900.
at least 800 bare minimum. And that means, so for dentists in Atlanta, they have 14 people paying that 800 plus a month, and these top 3 people here are paying a lot more than that just to be up here. So that's the difference between contacting this person and contacting this person. This person's motivated. They have money to spend. They're willing to spend it, and they're throwing a lot of money away. They just don't know how. Does that make sense? You have to enter a zip code for pricing. Is that right? Oh, I didn't see that. What's 30309? That's what they changed up. Enhanced. This used to, last time I looked at this, alright, I don't even have a count on here, so I can't tell you. They used to have a comparison here. I know it sounds like I'm making stuff up now because it's not here. But last time I looked here, and that's why I've been using this site, is these people are paying a lot of money. And you can reference these payments and these sites these people are using in your contact, and we'll get to that. Right bottom under profile option. Alright, everybody's giving me advice on how to figure this out, so let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, I'm here, and compare plans. PJ said click that. 30309. Right bottom under profile options. Alright, it doesn't say how much money these cost anymore, and I don't really care. All I know is, and this is another technique you guys can use to figure out who's paying money, because a lot of these sites people don't realize who's paying money. So if you always go to the bottom here and look for an advertise link, like I found right here, you can go in and figure out how these people, or who's paying money and what kind of options they get. And then you can go back and analyze these sites to see who's paying money. Like most people would come here and think these are the only 3 people paying money. They're not. All these people here are paying money, but a lot of people would miss that. So that makes sense. Does this give you guys an idea on what you guys need to be doing to pre-qualify people? No, by no means is this exhaustive. There's 10 different sites you can use to do this stuff. These are some of the bigger ones. Now let me ask you something else. Have you guys bought any other products that talk about pre-qualifying your leads, or do they say just blast everybody? Because I haven't bought every product under the sun, but I see enough of them to see what's out there.
Pat says blast
Yeah, a lot of them
everybody.
say, yeah, that's what a lot of people tell you to do, and that's because a lot of people don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, most say blast everyone. Ted said more talking about it now than before. Okay. Blast said BJ. Yeah. Once you guys realize that this is a numbers game, what time is it? It's only 7:34. I need to speed up here. This is taking too long. So everybody gets to contact or find out who to contact. Makes sense, right? Contact people who already have a website and who are already spending money. It's easier to get those people to spend their money with you as opposed to get somebody else to start spending money that they're not already spending. Is that clear? Everybody say yes and act like you know what I'm talking about, even though I'm probably going off tangent.
Yep.
All right, yeah, I can see it flying by, so I'm going to go back here.
Tons of yeses. We're good to go.
All right, I like this slide. Contact them how? How do you think we're going to be contacting them? Guesses, guesses, guesses. Smoke signals? Nobody guessed. Yes, Kathy.
Kathy's been paying attention.
Direct mail. And I'm going to show you guys how you can get this price down. It's stupidly low. It's very effective. So don't hear direct mail and get scared off. Because direct mail, with how I have it set up, is easier to do than any other method because it's all plug and play and it's very simple. And 6 months from now, my method will work 1,000%. I'm 1,000% sure that my method will work 6 months from now. A lot of the other methods being sold, I can't say that for. Nobody can because they don't know what's coming down. And I'm not even going to show you guys lumpy direct mail because it doesn't have to be that complicated. And this is how you know. A lot of people sell direct mail stuff, but I guarantee if you walked in their office, they don't have anything for direct mail. So this is what the corner of my office looks like. Right down here, FedEx envelopes, which I got some over here. This is a box of 100 bank bags that I use. I've got another 500 in the basement. Here's some plain manila envelopes, and this one's really cool. It's a 3-foot-long triangle post office, or USP, United States Post Office, mailer. Just to show you some of the stuff I've tested out with. So let's get into this. Packaging to get started. This is where you're going to get started, most people are, because it's quicker, you don't have to order them. These are 9 by 12-inch clasp envelopes. Let me pull out of here and grab a different window because I'm going to show you. These are the exact ones I buy. I go to Office Depot. There's 100 of these right here for $8.79. So if you do the math, that's like 9 cents a piece or something goofy like that. 9 cents a piece is all you need to spend. Now, once you start making money, I'll talk about the triangle tube in a minute, Neil, because it's pretty funny. Once you start making money, I highly suggest you, and this is not required because you can keep blasting these all you want. They get open, they work well. Once you start making money, these are what I moved to. These are what I use a lot of. You can see all these reviews of people that use them that made a ton of money with them. The reason I do is because it works. It's a fake bank bag. It says People's Community National Bank. You can actually get them to customize, say, your company name on there, but that kind of ruins the thing. You don't want to scream marketing, even though the company probably knows it's going to be a marketing message, but they'll still open it no matter what. 50 pieces for $1.53 or for $76, so it's $1.53 a piece. More expensive, but one sale of a mobile website using these, go over here and order 50 of these for $76. So that's how I am mailing. Any questions on that? All right. And Neil, I'll talk about the triangle tubes at the end here once we have a Q&A down there. Now, let's go back here. Boom, boom. What's my next slide? I hate doing slideshows. Does anybody else hate being on a webinar where all there is slideshows? What's your guys' opinion? Yes, yes, yes. Pity we're not in the U.S. Why can't you send the mail? Can you not send the bank mail bags from Australia and other places? All right, we're gonna move on. What to put inside? A 2 to 3 page letter. I had 2 on here. I meant to put 2 to 3. And I'm gonna give you guys this letter, the exact letter I sent out, and this. Does anybody know what that is? You don't have to be in the U.S. to know what that is. Nobody knows what it is. Okay, it's a dollar bill.
There we go.
Got it right. There we go. Greenback. About to be a worthless currency here shortly, but either way, it's neither here nor there. All right. Inside this direct, and this is why I use, let's go back here and tie this all together. Like I said, this isn't going to be the most organized webinar you've ever been on, but it's going to be one of the better ones. All right, when you send out something like this, what I like about this is the top right here is the clasp, so you know which way they're going to open it. So let's say you got this in the mail, and there was a handwritten address on the front, your address. Like I took it, I wrote your address on the front. I put no return email or no return address up top. I leave it blank. Now, if you put in a return address up there, which is fine to do, make it personal, like your name. Don't make it like marketingbuddies.com or whatever. So make a generic name or your name. When they open this, I know exactly how they're going to open it. They're going to have the clasp facing them, they're going to open it, and they're going to pull it out. So I know exactly how it's going to come out. So that means when I put it in there, I can put it in the exact way I want to. Now, for the direct mail piece I put in there, I'm going to pull it up in a minute, and I have it zipped up. I'll give you guys my exact direct mail piece. I have it folded over in half. I have it clipped together, and underneath the paper clip is a $1 bill. That's simple. It costs about $1 for shipping, and 9 cents for the envelope, and whatever you pay for printing. If you have your own printer, it might cost a penny a page or something like that. So you're in for about $1 for shipping. So instead of sending it out for $1, if you double your price of 2 by sticking that $1 bill in, rip the bill in half. It's no longer legal tender. If you have a $1 bill, any bill that's over 51%, it's still worth it. You can take a bill with 51% of the bill there, take it to the bank, and they'll give you an actual bill for it. True story. So that's all there is. So you can spend $1 and do it, or you can spend $2 and do it. Let's get into the direct mail piece, and let's actually pull up an example here so I can walk you through the direct mail piece, and just so we can do it in real time, so I can fill it out for you. Yeah, this one will work. My internet runs slow whenever I'm on a webinar. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, it'll work. Alright, so let's go here and pull up the direct mail piece. Here's the direct mail piece, and later on, I've got a link. You guys can actually have this direct mail piece. I've got it zipped up for you guys. Header here, what does this mean? When they pull the pieces of paper out of the envelope, they're going to see the dollar bill clipped on. First thing. Then they're going to unfold it. When they unfold it, they're going to look at the very top of the front page. Now, nothing works better to put up there that gets their interest. I've tried this with their name. I've tried this with just their business name. The number one thing to put up here is a picture of their header. The picture from their website right here. The reason is they paid a lot of money for this website, or even if they didn't pay, they know their website, they know what it looks like. So by just doing this, and I'll drop some links in here. I know people are going to ask. You can use Jing, or you can use A Shampoo Snap 6, which is what I use. This isn't an affiliate link by any means. I'll just drop it in here, because this is what I use. Send. All right. So all you have to do is come here. You go like this. You click this, and I don't know what GoToWebinar is going to do. You might not see me doing this, but you should be able to. We go like this. We click on it. We click copy. Come here. Control V. Boom. Now I will, of course, narrow this down. There we go. Now, I want you guys to picture yourself over this envelope. You get an envelope, it's got your address on it, no return address. You open it up, you pull it out, there's a $1 bill in the front. You open it up, and the first thing you see is this header right here. Now, a lot of businesses, they get a lot of mail. They get a lot of advertisements. They get a lot of people trying to market to them. What they do not get is a lot of people trying to market to them in a specific manner. By that I mean most people just put a ton of shit in the mail, and they just do a mail drop of 1,000, 5,000 people. There's no personalization in there. When they open up and see this header right here, it instantly proves to them that you have actually been to their website. You have seen it. You have been on their website. And that'll separate you from almost everybody there is out there. Now I'm going to go over this letter real quick because I feel like I'm kind of dragging on. And I've got a download for you guys to have this template and everything. So we're going to go over it real quick. Hey. Wondering why I attached a $1 bill to this letter? To get your attention. Same way having a website that actually looks good and loads on a smartphone gets your potential customers' attention. As of right now, your website, when viewed on a mobile phone, is just driving away your potential customers and costing you a ton of money. Want me to show you? So this right here just leads them in and tell them why you're contacting them. Their website looks horrible on a mobile phone. That's it. QR codes. These are quick and easy to make. There's software everywhere and websites to do it. You put a QR code to their current website. And then you need to have an example mobile website up if you're going to be selling these. So you got to have some examples. QR code of their website and the example website. Easy to make. You plug in here. So basically the only editing to each new person you do so far is this, this, and this. Now we go down here. To view images, all you need is a QR code app on your cell phone. 87% of smartphones have them installed. Blah, 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 blah. Then from there I go here. I take an actual screenshot of what their website looks like on a mobile phone and then what one should look like. Now to do that, I've got a link here for you guys somewhere. Where am I going here? Here we go. Mobilizer Springbox. I'll drop this link down here as well. What this does is, and I'll pull up my copy of it. Mobilizer. You can take screenshots of mobile websites. So let's go back here. Let's get this. Let's pull up this. Phone, open. We'll go iPhone 4 is fine. So when you go here and put this in here, and then click this update here, refresh. So here you can see their website, and then you can use this like a mobile phone. Once it loads up, you can. So as you can see, this is not a mobile optimized site. But with this mobilizer, and it's a free download, all you do is right click on it, export as PNG, and then it'll take this whole thing here. Let's just iPhone 4 screenshots. Just it there. So what I have inside here, I have too much stuff open. It's basically that's how you do it. All you gotta do is pull up their website on Mobilizer, and then the example website of Mobilizer. Click export as PNG, and you can create these images very easily. Whatever. And then come down here for the close. So I'm not going to go over every detail in this letter because all you need to do is change those three things. You need to change the header, you need to change the QR code, and you need to change the example picture that it outputs. So for each person you're in contact, that's all you need to do. Does that make sense, or did I go over it too easily, or not enough, or? Oh, I'm going to give you guys this mobile template here in a little bit. I've already got it zipped up. I'm just going to give it to you guys.
Yeah, we've got it on the website where you can download it. So we've currently got a few people not paying attention. You need to pay attention. You need to stay on and pay attention until the end of the webinar. I know we're giving you a massive amount of content, but we do have this on a link for you to download. You won't know where it is unless you're actually on here.
Notepad engaged. Yeah, well, I don't have the URL. He's got it, and it's in the presentation here in a little bit. So does everybody see how the system works? I know most people on here aren't familiar with direct mail, but you hear about the 1%, 2%, 1% to 2%, 1 to 2% direct mail response rate is a good response rate. What those are talking about is, say you did a 5,000 person postcard drop. If you did that blind and not customized, a 1 to 2% response rate would be good. Now, there's methods to do that, but it's a pain in the ass, and it's like shooting a shotgun trying to kill an ant. It's just hard to do. If you guys stop and look at what I'm doing here, everything I send out is personalized. I'm going to talk about outsourcing later on in the Q&A. You don't have to be doing this stuff. It's very easy to find a friend who's unemployed and have them do this stuff for you, and then all you got to do is answer the phone. This does the same thing work if sent by email. There's a method to the madness by email, but it's harder to get images in there, and then they get flagged. You can send them to a landing page. So yes, it definitely works, and we got a product mobile team out there that does this, but it does it in a different way. It involves setting up a web page and stuff. But this direct mails template right here I have set up, it's been optimized, it's been split test. And this is what works. And for each new company you send, all you gotta do is add a new screenshot, get 2 QR codes, and do the screen grab of the mobilizer. And that's it. You don't have to change anything else in here. So do you guys think that, okay, it's Friday. How many people here have the ability to go to Office Depot, buy 50 envelopes, do this weekend for 20 companies, and then drop these in the mail? It costs about $1 a piece. So you're going to be out like $40. How many people have the ability to do this weekend and put these in the mail first thing Monday morning?
We're getting a bunch of yeses. Good for you guys.
Okay, that's how many people have the ability. How many people are actually going to do this weekend? And I'm not saying, don't tell me yes, just blow smoke up my ass, because whether you do it or not does not affect my life one bit. Does not affect. I want to see you guys do it, but it really doesn't affect me at all. So if you guys will commit right now, and I'll give you this template, and I've shown you exactly how to do this. So for under $50, you can spend this weekend, take a few hours just getting used to stuff, going through, messing around, and seeing it, but then get 20 of these put together. Get the plain manila envelope. Get $21 bills. Attach them all on there, and the first thing Monday morning, you can go to USPS's, United States Postal Service's website. You can schedule a pickup, so you can just leave them on your front door, and they'll pick them up. Then just let them go. Because here's an amazing thing that happens. Now, of all the people we coach, this is what I've gotten back from a lot of them is, until you take a direct action where the next day you wake up, there's a reasonable expectation of your phone ringing for a client wanting to hire you. Until you've done something where that happens, nothing happens. I know so many people that are preparing to start their offline company. They're getting stuff put together. They're doing all this. They're getting their website set up. They're getting their social media profile set up. They're doing all this stuff. But every morning when they wake up, there's 0% chance that anybody will call them and offer them money for their services because no action has been taken for that to happen. Does that make sense? Amazing thing happens once you put these together this weekend and put them in the mail. It's out of your control. Your phone's going to ring or it's not going to ring. I'm going to tell you right now, your phone will ring. But once it's out of your hands and in the mails, it's out of your control. People are going to call you. You can't take it back. And that's where put the rubber to the road. That's where the pedal meets and all that bullshit. Once you start doing stuff where people can actually call you, the stuff will actually happen. Most people who try to start an offline business say they failed and didn't get any clients, but yet they never did a single action that would expect a callback or even have a chance of a callback.
So AJ, once they do this, they get some calls, they field the calls, and they sell someone a site.
Oh, I got a few more things to go over real quick. Hold on.
Okay, cool. Because we got a bunch of people asking us what comes next.
Yeah, I know. I got some stupid slides I put together. All right.
Okay.
Answer your phone. I was actually on a webinar last night with Ryan McKinney. Him and Stooks were doing some mentoring for selling offline client stuff, and Ryan's done well this year. But last year, this time, and he doesn't mind me telling the story or whatnot, he'd send stuff out, and then he got a phone call, and he was scared to death to answer his phone. Within 1 year, he went from scared to answer his phone to this guy's closing six-figure deals left and right. When people call you, be honest with them and don't be worried about screwing up a phone call. Here's what happens. The phone rings, and then the company is used to expecting slick salespeople. If you show up on that phone call and just be honest, hey, my name's Adam, what can I do for you? And then you walk them through it. Basically, if something comes up and you start stuttering, just acknowledge it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I do this online most of the time. I'm just getting started working with offline companies, so I'm not used to this part of the process. And be honest with these people. They'll take your word for it, and they'll put their defenses down because they're used to having their defenses up because they're getting sold to. So just take it easy. A lot of people, and I've been teaching this to a few people here on and off for the last 6 months, is they're scared to death when the phone rings to answer it because it's a live call. They're put on the spot. Don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail. You can send these out and just let it go to voicemail. You got to call back the next day, but your voicemail is, hey, this is Adam from Marketing Fusion Incorporated. I'm busy right now on the phone with another client. If you can leave your name, number, and a short message, somebody from my team will get back to you as soon as possible. You don't have to take the call live and be put on the spot. They can let them leave a message, then you can pull up their website. You can figure out who they are, go back to your mailers, and you'll be able to match them up. So then when you call them back, you're going to have information in front of you. So they're not calling you, then you're trying to pull stuff up on the fly. But you're getting nervous. Let it go to voicemail. Call them back in 24 hours, but let it go to voicemail. Does that make sense? Because I know people, when they answer the phone, they get put on the spot a lot. And that's what people are scared of. Let it go to voicemail. Just let it go. Talk to them tomorrow, but call them. Yeah, that's a big thing. We're assisting other clients at this time. You don't want to say, hey, this is Adam. Thanks for calling, but I didn't pick up the phone. Let me know what you want. I'll call you back. No. You're a business. Be professional. Does that make sense? Does this method, from what you got here, and we're going to give you the direct mail piece in a minute, from what you guys see here, do you guys think you can actually do this and use this to get a client? You could set up a Google phone number, yeah. I mean, there's 10,000 different ways to go with this. But is this about as simple as possible?
Jill says it's easy. Yeah. Pat says it's very simple.
All right, we're going to get to building mobile sites here. I think I have another slide. I don't even know what it is. Once the sale's been made, all that left is creating the sites. And if you're like me, I said, how many people here can create a killer-looking mobile website quickly or cheaply? I really couldn't. It was a pain in the ass, and I paid people. I needed a better solution, and I needed it now. I'm one of those people that if there's not something out there that works, that what I need done, I'll just go out and have it created. Where on the phone? Sorry. I'm going to hand this over to Lee. You guys are one of the first people to see this, and the people we have shown it to, people like Chris who put you guys on this call tonight and other people, I mean, everybody's blown away with this, and we think we've created the killer mobile website builder and all that stuff. But before I jump off here and let Lee take over, do you guys have any quick questions about this direct mail piece? So I want to make sure from this point forward, you guys have everything you need to know to go out and do this on Monday morning. Have these in the mail. So if you're not making sales by a week from Monday, this is your fault. Right now, I put so much stuff in your brain right now that's very easy that if a week from Monday you're not making sales or have clients, it's nobody's fault but yourself. Do you write anything special on the front of the envelope? Nope. Just a handwritten address. They're going to open it. So the letter, dollar bill are the only things on the envelope. I have more advanced techniques, but there's just not enough time to get into that. I'll talk about that in the Q&A, though. So, Lee, I'm going to make you the presenter.
Cool.
and you can do your thing, because I got